Hey everyone, here's a question from chapter A Square and a Cube. This is based on the new syllabus for class 8th. This is second question from Figure It Out. The question is, which one among 64 squared, 108 squared, 292 squared, 36 squared has the last digit 4? Now we don't have to find the square of these numbers. By looking at the numbers, we have to find out which number square will have a 4 as a last digit. To understand this, I'll use the first 20 numbers squares. This is not necessary, this is just for explanation. So using this, if they have given you any numbers, by looking at this technique or the trick, you can just find out the answer. So let's observe this. We have a square of first 20 numbers. So if we have a number 1 or 11 where the last digit is 1, we can see that square always end with 1. So for 1, it is 1, right? And similarly, if you look at 9, 9 square is 81 and 19 square is 361. So in case of 9 also, the square will always end with 1. So this is for 1. So if you have a 1 in the last digit in the square, then there will be always 1 or 9 in the number, like the square of the number will have a 1. I hope it is clear. Let's look at the next one. We have a 4 and here we have a 4. So for 2 and 8, similarly if you look at 12 and 18, 12 square is 144, we have 4 at the end. 18 square is 324, we have 4 at the end. So for 2 and 8, when we take these squares, like if any number which ends with 2 or 8, we find the square will always have a 4 at the end. Next we have 3 and 7. So for 3 and 7, the square will always end with 9. 3 square is 9, 7 square is 49, 13 square is 169, 17 square is 289. So we can see that it ends with 9. Next we have 4 and 6. So for 4 and 6, the square always end with 6. And for 5, it is always 5, and for 0, it is always 0. Now we have to remember this. So if they give you any number and they ask you which of the following numbers square has a last digit 4 or 6 or 5, whatever, you can use this trick. So here they're asking the last digit to be 4. For 4, the number will always end with 2 or 8. Now here we have 4 numbers. The first number is 64 square. The last digit is 4. For 4, the square will always end. The last digit will be 6. So therefore 64 is not the number. Next we have 108. We have 8 here. So remember, what is 8 square? 8 square is 64. So we have 4 at the end, right? So 108 is the number. 108 square will have a last digit 4. Next we have 292. We have 2 here. What is 2 square? It is 4. This means 292 square last digit will be 4. Next we have 36 squared. What is 6 squared? 6 squared is 36. We have 6 as a last digit. Therefore 36 is not the number. Out of these 4 numbers, only 2 numbers will have a last digit 4 when we find the square. So 108 and 292 is the answer. I hope it is clear. If you have further question or doubt, you can drop a comment. Thank you so much for watching.